Nifty may be 0.5% up for the day. However, it was a very boring day for the markets. This is how Bank Nifty looked somewhere around 1 o'clock. ICICI 25% volumes, HDFC less than that. These are compared to last 10 days. Only Kotak Mahindra had volumes in excess of 100%. This is how the markets closed. Look at the volumes of HDFC, which propelled Nifty and Bank Nifty up towards the middle of the day. 50% of usual volumes. Now this is Nifty on Friday, this is Nifty today. Mostly similar. However, look at volumes. Not a single stock hitting 100%. These are top 15 shares. While markets are going nowhere, you might still be stuck whether to buy or not, or maybe to sell, because some of the stocks have done a bit of run up. Even if a lot of us are in losses, the losses are pared down right now. The thought is, should we book them right now and maybe enter later? So today we will continue with the support and resistance levels. We'll cover primarily the consumption stocks and the oil stocks, which are hot news today. Now the day was slightly in favor of bears compared to Friday. More red stocks than green. Overall Nifty 33 stocks up, 17 down. Reliance was at the top. Reliance looks good when it is at number 1. The index also looks good. Number 2 today was Ultra Tech, followed by Airtel, Infosys and HDFC. What was down? NTPC, HUL, HDFC Life, L&T and Kotak Mahindra. Only 2 stocks in red, IndusInd and Adani Enterprises. Next 50 nearly looks similar in terms of reds, and Adani companies are back to the bottom. Even Adani Power has jumped down. The bottom tier was Adani Total, Adani Energy, Union Bank, ICICI Lombard and Godrej Consumer. At the top we have DLF, Macrotech, which is Lodha, Shriram Cements, TVS Motors and InfoEdge. The graphs indicate it was a day of bulls today also. 4 of the large sectors are in green. Also now most sectors have produced gains for the investors in last 2 weeks. See this trend? So there is an 11-day, 8-day and 12-day in the last 2 weeks. Besides that, all days have been reasonably good for the investors. Even Adani Enterprise is now at minus 34%. Out of nowhere, we are just seeing real estate emerge as the number 4 player. At approximately this point, which is about 130, there was a spike. Before that, markets were totally lackluster. Even next 50 went up. It hit a new high also. Nifty IT was actually slightly up for most of the day. Airtel was up most of the day. HDFC Bank picked up momentum around this point. ICICI Bank picked up momentum. HUL picked up momentum. If you look at the other banks, then ICICI is here. Almost seems like this is the time when people got their salary today, being the first working day of the month. In the private banks, RBL Bank made a new low, that too at high volumes. Public sector banks were down today also. Only Indian Bank was up. That's a green stock along with SBI now. If you've been seeing my videos in the past, I have always said Indian Bank as a strong bank in the PSU space. This is the point where Motilal Oswal picked up, 361 picked up, and actually Nippon AMC came down. It was like reversal between Motilal Oswal and Nippon. JM Financials went up here, but KFin Tech came down. Now within this up and down, 2 stocks CDSL and CAMS, they hit new highs. IT is getting scarier. LTTS and KPI Technologies are the only non-green stocks. Volumes were not very high in general, but the sector was up 1%. I totally missed this stock Nelco. That is why I added to the telecom pack. However, before I could take action, this stock jumped. Even D-Link, which I really wanted to buy, that jumped a lot today. But you might see Nelco up 6-7% tomorrow also if it is a reasonably good day. Cochin Shipyard is not giving any opportunity to anyone to buy. There are no sellers. It hits an upper circuit in the very first minute every day. Most metals were shining today. Only Adani Enterprise and Hindustan Zinc were down a bit. Can you believe it? Hindustan Copper is in the red zone now. Gradual slow fall. This space of oil and gas is gonna get very volatile in the coming days. That is because the windfall tax has been abolished and crude is somewhere around 72 right now. The biggest celebration today because of the windfall tax removal, of course, was from Reliance. That was up 1.3% because Reliance is the largest exporter Now, whatever Reliance was paying to the government, it will pass on a little to the customer, but most of that will be extra GRM for Reliance. Suzlon talks in upper circuit and lower circuit only, and Adani Green, which was totally undecided for most of the day, see here, opened up, came down, consolidated, slightly in green, but no upper circuits or big gains today. Vari Energy was up today also, Premier Energy a little, and we have NTPC Green in the list now. In the sugar pack, Praj Industries made a new high. Praj and Eatberry are in green. Today I've added Andhra Sugar also, but that is in the red right now. Associate Alcohol was up 5% in the consumption pack. Radico corrected today. Varun Beverages is now in the green and approaching its new high, 8% away. We have only 3 reds now: Titan, Asian Paints and DMart. Pidilite, Page Industries, Gillette and Kalyan Jewelers are in the green. Adani pack, no major cuts. However, Adani Energy and Adani Total, they were down. Enterprises was down a bit, but Ports was up and Adani Green towards the end picked up. Outcome wise, the indices were green. However, it was a lackluster day. Neither it was down to buy nor it was up enough to sell. And FIIs are looking very tiny right now in terms of their purse sizes. Even the gross buy, gross sell numbers were not very high. Now the top up was done for DIIs for December, so they are back in action. 3,600 crores bought, lot more than what FIIs sold today. Overall, Nifty looking good. On Friday, the US markets also closed in the green. Gold and silver slightly lower than Friday levels. Bitcoin hovering a little over 95,000. Rupee at a new low, 84.7, and crude below 73. I did some reshuffling today. Sold Sun Pharma and I had bought too much of Power Finance, so sold Power Finance in one of the portfolios. But I have a lot more of that in the main portfolio, and I tested my theory on ETFs, SWP. Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund, the 100 one. I had invested about 5 lakh. There was a 2% gain in 1 month time. I took 5,000 out, which is 1%. So the theory worked in month 1. I gained more than what I withdrew. The fund value has increased. If this is sustainable, then the model works. Now Power Finance, the quantity which I sold was very high. I had to sell because I needed money. What did I buy? I averaged down on MRPL and oil. I bought back Reliance. Last week I had sold a lot, I think about 6-7 days back, about 10 units. I bought 2 units. I bought ONGC and I also bought Eatberry, that is the top sugar company. Most of these are for trades. I will sell them very soon, maybe tomorrow, day after. And I need to change November to December. Overall, in November, there were 3 red days, but these were big red days. I need more ideas for the nuggets. Let me know what else you want me to cover. I'll start with the consumption pack. ITC has bounced back from 460 levels, but that was not a support. The actual support is roughly around 420 with a firm support above 400. This bounce back will face multiple resistances. The first one will come roughly around 490, but the real test would be around 520 only, which is the 52-week or all-time high. Last time also all these peaks were conquered without too much of a problem. So if markets remain good, we are looking at 500 plus levels. This is especially important because of the demerger news floating around. That will unlock some value. And if you have seen Godfrey Phillips go up a lot about 3 months back, then ITC after demergers may look like a very attractive business. Nestle is struggling with the price increases globally that they have done. In nearly all geographies, it has bounced back from 2200. However, it will face a lot of resistance because people need to digest the prices. It's not going to be very easy in the current environment. And mostly they will not reduce the prices either. So this stock, even I am considering whether to hold on or book losses, but the losses are severe. The stock will ultimately recover, but it will take its time. One thing the company could do is launch new products or acquire some brands in India. That will be something like inorganic growth. Varun Beverages' fall was mostly because of the last quarterly results and attributing that Reliance is leading to this fall. I don't think that is actually happening. Most people have realized that the stock is heading to its new high or all-time high. 680 is the high. Hardly 50.78%, and right now the momentum is looking good. Mostly Varun Beverages will breach this level and maybe create a new high above 700 this time. But note that Q3 is not the strongest quarter. It is usually a little chilly across the country. Even Q4, the volumes are not that high for the beverages part. The chips business will do fine. I don't cover Dabur much, but that has bounced back from its 52-week low. There is a huge distance to cover to the 52-week high. Dabur may take its time. This journey will be gradual and over few months. Last time also it took about 4 months. But here the consumption stocks were doing well. Right now they are not doing well. Britannia is in oversold zone. It is not at 52-week high but has bounced back from a support level. The journey for Britannia also would probably be gradual only. There could be 157% kind of gain to make up for this steep fall after the results. I will continue to hold Britannia. I am not selling it. Nestle I am undecided. That is primarily because Britannia is not having any pricing pressure right now. I continue to hold Radico Khaitan, no problem at all for this stock. It has been going up. This quarter should be good for the alcohol industry, but the good news is now priced in. At some point, I'll take a call and may book profits and come out. Maybe in a quarter or two quarter, when markets have had a correction, I will re-enter. Associate Alcohol, similar story, it has been up only. I don't own the stock right now, but whenever it falls, I will buy a very large quantity. HUL, I don't think anyone will change the brands from Surf Excel or Peers to something else if they use them. The stock did not go towards 52-week low for now at least. The recovery will be gradual, just like here it went up gradually. It may take time, but I don't think HUL will have a problem. In fact, this is a good time to acquire some businesses. The mantra could be inorganic growth in the FMCG or consumption space for some time. I think the gold duty cut will be good for the gems and jewelry industry. In fact, if Mr. Trump reduces the trades with Canada, then that could benefit the Indian industry. I continue to be long on Titan. I think Titan will recover soon. It may take some time, but it is probably time to average lower. At this juncture, I am not going to average lower. I continue to hold Asian Paints, that is at a 52-week low. I am not averaging down either. I'll probably ladder up when it starts going up. I don't think the problem is Birla Opus at all, and I talked about it in a nugget earlier. And I believe the Q3 results will reflect what was expected in Q2. Trent actually did not fall much. The support was actually somewhere close to 5,000, but it bounced back from 6,000 itself. People are not scared of the PE of this stock. The products for this company will actually do very well if there is a recessionary condition because they are low priced. I think Trent will soon make new highs. DMart also may be having compressed margins right now, but consumption in general is low across the country. And I have a DMart 200 meters from my home. I'm still scared to join the lines there. It may take some time, but DMart will go up. And DMart, by the way, has also started online deliveries, just that it's not 10 minutes. Once DMart settles down with that model, then I don't think Zepto Swiggy can compete with DMart pricing. Pidilite is Fevicol. It has fallen, but not much. This industry is related to paints as well as real estate. Look for those numbers, it will reflect in Pidilite. It is a high margin business. I have never understood the price movements of Colgate, why it is down, and when it is up, why it is going up. Most of the country still needs to move to 2 times brushing. That will increase their paste and brush both businesses. And as the population explodes, this company will grow only. If there is a recession, do you think anyone will brush less? Marico is essentially hair oils. I don't see a problem with the business model. The 50 DMA is moving towards 200 DMA. It may be a good opportunity for investors. These are all businesses that are slow and steady, 15% kind of CAGR per year. You buy them and you forget them. After 5 years, your return will increase a lot. Page Industries, higher top, higher bottom. Classic case. It is in a zone heading towards a new high mostly. For years, I have looked for better prices of Gillette and I have never got them whenever I wanted to buy. Again, higher top, higher bottom kind of situation. Probably I'll have to buy and be underwater for some time, and in an year or two, I will be back in green. Kalyan Jewelers charts are looking really good. I don't know, there is a theory that it is taking some business away from Titan. I don't know how true that is. But the stock and the chart are looking good only. The PE is on the higher side. See here, 118 as PE for Kalyan Jewelers. Meanwhile, Titan is at 90, PN Gadgil is at 54. I'll cover the oil and gas sector tomorrow. I think it will be too long for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.